I'm Lorraine Cochran-Johnson, and I have the honor of serving as the Chief Executive Officer of DeKalb County, Georgia. DeKalb is the fourth largest county in the state. We are proud to have 12 unique cities, each rich in culture, diversity, and potential. DeKalb is stepping into a new era of intentional growth and bold transformation. We are reimagining DeKalb. We are prioritizing economic development, improving our infrastructure, expanding housing options, strengthening public safety, and modernizing operations. We're not just managing daily operations. We're laying the foundation for a more connected, more responsive, and more prosperous DeKalb County. From high-impact community strategies to cross-jurisdictional collaboration, we've turned the page, and we're writing a new chapter, one defined by bold ideas, measurable outcomes, and an unwavering commitment to public service. But none of this can happen without you. We need innovative businesses and dedicated partners to help us realize this vision. Whether you're an investor, developer, or entrepreneur, we invite you to join us. The mission is real. The opportunity is now. And with your partnership, it's possible to reimagine DeKalb together. To learn more about economic development opportunities in DeKalb County, visit our website at www.dekalbcountygA.gov or connect with our Chief Development Officer, Jacob Vallow. So join us as we embark on a mission that will define our future, starting in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, CEO Cochran-Johnson. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to lead DeKalb County into a new era of innovation, efficiency, and transparency. This mission requires assembling a team of exceptional individuals dedicated to reimagining governance.
Mission accepted. Approaching drop-off.
Lorraine Cochran-Johnson, Chief Executive Officer. Dr. Leah Davis, Chief of Staff.
Plans are secure, on the road in 5. How are we looking, Deanna? From Dunwoody to Decatur, DeKalb is diverse and full of potential. Partnering with our commissioners, we will drive progress and ensure that every district in DeKalb County thrives. With a team that's built to complete the mission. Deanna, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Deanna Smith, Chief Communications Officer.
Communications is online. DeKalb PD is perfect, as always. What's the update on development, Jacob?
All I know is we're gonna have bigger problems if this tech doesn't work.
Jacob Vallow, Chief Development Officer.
Hey, sir, you can't be here. Sir?
Development plans are green lit. Construction underway. You're up, Martha.
Copy that. Eyes on you, operative. City grid is yours.
Martha Remlo, Chief of Intergovernmental Relations.
I'm in.
Parks are open, traffic is minimized, and quality of life is up. See you at the rendezvous.
everyone take your seat, we have arrived to the rendezvous. Let me begin by saying good afternoon, DeKalb. What an incredible moment to stand before you as the Chief Executive Officer of DeKalb County, Georgia. I want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you for being a part of my 2025 State of the County address. Yesterday, because I'm such a hands-on person, we came and I literally walked the room and I was truly overwhelmed. I had no idea so many people would want to be present. Sometimes when you're working, you forget the support that you have. And I realize that there are a lot of people in this room who are completely vested in DeKalb, and you know that the mission is possible. Now, let me first address the blockbuster you just watched, okay? While we all look the part, I want to be very clear, arriving in jets and stepping out of high-end cars and channeling our inner action heroes, I assure you, we don't travel like that on a daily basis, okay? But we do take great pride in saying that right here in DeKalb County, Georgia, we're grateful to have the second largest airport at PDK. We're very proud of PDK. And we're also grateful for partners like Wheels Up, who allowed us to film in their aircraft. A special thank you to our media partner. At this time, if Colin Quinn, as well as Jack Bernstein, is present, please stand. Thank you all so much for creating a cinematic masterpiece. I want to assure everyone that during the filming, no cabinet members were harmed and we all walked out just fine. But to you, Colin, let me say that it was over 15 years ago that you initially began working in my studio. Let me say to those of you who are here today that I often say women are like cats. We've lived a few lives. And when you walked through those doors, you were truly an incredible talent. And I want to thank you for answering the call and for being our sponsor on the video, because independent of you, DeKalb County can't afford the type of services that you offer. So thank you so much. I know we're far from the A-listers that you shoot, like Ben Affleck and all the others, as well as the luxury brands, but thank you for coming forward for us. At this time, thank you. He deserves it. At this time, I'd like for my husband, William H. Johnson III, my daughter, Zion Cochran, and my beloved Aunt Annie to please stand. Simply stated, I just want to say that I love you. You all are my sense of joy and my sense of stability. And I'm truly blessed to have a family like you. And with that, I'd say let's give them a round of applause because they always come out for me. As you all just saw from the video, we were presented the opportunity and we have accepted the mission. And now we are executing it together. So welcome to Mission Possible, DeKalb Reimagined. Let me say that today is a historic day for me. It's a day of deep personal meaning because just 1 year ago, I sat in this same audience alongside many of you. At that time, I was in the middle of the race of my life. But today, I stand before you as the Chief Executive Officer of DeKalb County because of many of you who are present today in this room. 1 year ago at this time, former CEO Michael Thurman left the baton here. So I felt that it was only befitting that I come here to receive it where it was left. So today I pick up the baton. But I want to be clear that the race has already begun. To the Board of Commissioners that I serve alongside, Commissioner Robert Patrick from District 1, Presiding Officer Michelle Long Spears from District 2, our Deputy Presiding Officer Nicole Messiah from District 3, Commissioner Shakira Johnson from District 4, Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson from District 5, Commissioner Ted Terry from Super District 6, and also Ladina Bolton, Dr. Bolton, who serves in my seat of Super District 7. It is truly an honor to serve alongside you. Today, as I pick up the baton, I want to extend a baton to you. At this time, you will be receiving that baton. Whomever's responsible, there we go, good old J.P. Phillips. And let me say that I extend this baton to you because we are in this race together. At my inauguration, I provided each of you with a gavel because I want you to know that one man is no greater than the other, that we serve together as leaders, and our collective success is only limited by our determination. Each baton bears an inscription that reads, "The race has begun. We understand perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after another. United, we will win our race and go down in history as individuals who ran not for ourselves, but for the people that we serve." So I'm grateful for your service to DeKalb County, and I am proud to serve alongside you. So commissioners, together we will continue the race and complete the most progressive years, I promise, in DeKalb County history. Next, I want to recognize the 12 cities that help form the rich fabric that is known as DeKalb County, as well as the mayors who lead them. I want to ask each mayor to stand and that everyone here hold your applause until I have acknowledged all 12 mayors. Beginning with Mayor Jonathan Elmore from the city of Avondale Estates, Mayor John Park from the city of Brookhaven, Mayor Brian Mock from the city of Chamblee, Mayor Beverly Burks from the city of Clarkston, Mayor Patty Garrett from the city of Decatur, Mayor Joseph Garman from the city of Doraville, Mayor Lynn Deutsch from the city of Dunwoody could not be with us today, and we must all lift her in prayer due to the loss of her mother. I also acknowledge at this time Mayor Shamika Reynolds from the city of Lithonia, Mayor Brandy Hall from the city of Pine Lake, Mayor Jasmine Cobble from the city of Stonecrest, Mayor Beverly Jones from the city of Stone Mountain, and last but not least, Mayor Frank Almond from the city of Tucker. Let's give them all a warm round of applause. These mayors and their city governments are a vital partner in a shared vision to see DeKalb reach its full potential. Earlier this year, I had the honor of hosting both a board of commissioners as well as a mayor's retreat for all of our leadership. For the first time, we began a new tradition in DeKalb County. Together, we are breaking down silos. We are setting shared goals and building an inclusive and united vision for our future as a team. I also want to recognize Mayor Dickens. Thank you for being present, and to all of the ladies of the region who sit with me, who speak with me, who strategize with me, I am so proud to know each of you and to call you my friend. As a leader, I am honored to work alongside some of the most progressive counties in the United States. And to that end, to each and every one of you, I want to thank you. Your leadership and your commitment to public service make our collective progress possible. So please join me in thanking them collectively for their service. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge all former DeKalb County CEOs. Where is my beloved Leanna Levitan? Burl Ellis, let's stand. And is Vernon Jones present? Of course, CEO Michael Thurman. And let us not forget Manuel Maloof. At this time, I would ask that the signed copies of my book is given to each of you, because through you, I have developed those chapters. On behalf of the residents of DeKalb County, we are better because of your service. And it is upon your shoulders that I proudly stand. And I'm grateful to have each one of you as both mentors as well as friends. Thank you to Senators John Ossoff and Senator Raphael Warnock for their kind words and for their steadfast support. And also thank you to Mr. Hilton Howell for his heartfelt message towards me, but also allowing us to be present here at the Assembly today. At this time, I'd also like to recognize all DeKalb County departments and employees. You are truly the heartbeat of DeKalb County, as well as the communities in which we serve. So thank you to our partners at the Council for Quality Growth, as well as the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce and our sponsors, and to all that call DeKalb County home. All departments, please stand at this time. Thank you all so much for your service. DeKalb County is proud to have more than 6,600 dedicated employees that serve each and every day. And now, let's get on to the state of the county. On my very first day in office, the mission wasn't theoretical, it was real. We were called to court by the U.S. Department of Justice regarding the federal consent decree tied to our water and sewer within my first 72 hours. The following week, a major water main break shut down our schools, our cities, as well as our businesses. And if that weren't enough, 2 powerful ice storms came that brought DeKalb County to a standstill. And this was just during my first 30 days. I want you to know, when our staff couldn't drive, they walked. When our fire and rescue team, as well as an ambulance, was stuck in the ice and couldn't get a mother in labor to the hospital, our roads and drainage team picked up shovels, walked to the patient, and dug the ambulance out for a clear path to the hospital. Now, I want to be clear, they were successful, but baby Romani wasn't quite as patient. And he was safely delivered on that icy road by our amazing EMT and firefighters. At this time, I want to acknowledge those EMT members, EMT Kevin Harris and firefighter Matthew Kennedy. Please stand to be recognized, and thank you for your heroism. Some of the things I've experienced, you just can't make it up. At this time, I'd also like to recognize our Chief Fire, Darnell Fulham, if you're present. If Deputy Chiefs Melvin Carter as well as Scott Sellers are here, and our Director of Roads and Drainage, Ms. Peggy Allen, please stand. Everyone, please join me in simply saying, without applause, thank you. Okay, now in my first 60 days, I'd like to say that we proudly held 7 community town halls focused on water infrastructure and pending legislation that could affect our local governance. And that's not all. We presented a balanced budget to the Board of Commissioners in 15 days after I took office. Yes, that is a reason to applaud. But not only did we present a budget, my first budget included several transformative moves, including the creation of a $2 million real-time crime center and a pilot program utilizing drones as first responders, a county-wide organizational assessment, a cost of service delivery assessment, and a county-wide pay and class study to ensure that all DeKalb County employees are compensated fairly for the services that they provide. We didn't just accept the mission, we went to work. We went to work in record time, and we launched and began executing a bold and comprehensive plan that is truly designed to transform DeKalb County. And this started with a $4.27 billion infrastructure investment. This is the largest in county history, and we believe in state history. And that alone required tough decisions. As a commitment to swift and responsible governance, I've signed 2 executive orders. The first declared a state of emergency during our weather-related natural disasters. And the second was a budget and hiring freeze with a call across the county departments to create cost-cutting strategies to protect county resources, as well as prepare ourselves for potential federal funding freezings. And that, my friends, was just the first 100 days. I've always believed that momentum matters. And in DeKalb, we're not just moving. We're moving with purpose. Because while we've covered a lot of ground in a short period of time, we still have a long way to go. So I want to be clear, we are just getting started. So let's talk about where we go from here. Let's talk about the initiatives and investments that will shape the next chapter of DeKalb County's story. Starting with one of our most urgent priorities, public safety. Public safety is not just one of our priorities, it's the foundation that supports them all. We made historic investments in our police department. We reallocated more than $10 million in police pay and benefits, making truly DeKalb County's police officers amongst the highest in the state of Georgia and certainly in the region. And I want to be clear, the investment we've made was not just a gesture. It is a strategic investment in recruiting and retaining top talent here in DeKalb County. We're ensuring our officers are not only better compensated, but that they are also better equipped. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our Director of Public Safety, Chief Lumpkin. I'd also like to acknowledge our Interim Police Chief, Gregory Padrick. If members of the Uniform Division, our Criminal Investigations Division, our Special Services Division, as well as all other individuals who protect and serve the people of DeKalb County, if you are present at this time, please stand. On behalf of the more than 768,000 residents of DeKalb County, I say thank you. Public safety is an essential element of economic development. Business owners need to feel safe opening their doors and welcoming customers. Families need to feel confident raising their children in DeKalb. And developers and major employers won't invest in DeKalb unless they are confident that we are safe, secure, and that they are supported. We also know that public procurement is one of the most powerful tools local government has to generate economic opportunity. That's why we're taking a hard look in DeKalb at how we do business. We've increased our focus on equity and efficiency. And again, I say equity and efficiency. And I join you, Jovan, in not being fearful of speaking truth to power. Because in DeKalb County, I recognize that a hand up is not a hand out. Until we as leaders understand that we are truly better together. And if we fail to provide for the least of those, we have failed our communities. So we have increased our funding and our view on equity and efficiency in county contracting, and we are committed to ensuring that local, that small, that minority, as well as women-owned businesses are not only aware of procurement in DeKalb County, but that they are equipped to compete for opportunities here. We welcome you to DeKalb County. Through our strong partnerships with Decide DeKalb, the DeKalb County Chamber of Commerce, as well as Discover DeKalb, we continue to focus on expanding opportunities for businesses to grow and thrive across the county. We're also taking enforcement seriously. As a part of Operation Safe Streets initiatives, we have updated our loitering ordinance to make it illegal in DeKalb County to loiter at gas and service stations, at motels, and other high crime areas and monitor businesses. And we should clap about that. Because it's not enough to invite businesses in. We must create an atmosphere and a condition where businesses have the ability to thrive. And our new Chief Development Officer, Jacob Vallow, is leading the charge to execute DeKalb County's strategic economic development initiatives and ensure that DeKalb County attracts the top businesses not only in the region, but across the state of Georgia and beyond. So we're thinking big in DeKalb County, and we're acting fast. And the truth is, again, we're just getting started. We're making it easier to start a business and invest in our economy here. Because when DeKalb does business, I want the world to say, they do business right. So let's talk infrastructure. In fact, let's go back to day one of my administration, or at least the first 72 hours. As I mentioned earlier, during my first week in office, we were called into court by the U.S. Department of Justice, the EPA, and the EPD regarding our longstanding federal consent decree for water and sewer infrastructure. Water infrastructure has been a problem in DeKalb County for decades, and I want to be clear, we're not different from many other jurisdictions. Increasingly, we are dealing with aging infrastructure and limited resources because the truth is, most people care more about what they can see than what they cannot. But the issue with that is what you can't see determines what you can. So the can had been kicked down the road long enough, and I refuse to do the same. And I am grateful to our Board of Commissioners who understood the necessity for the investment that was required. So instead, what we did was go to work, and we immediately began asking the tough questions. We asked, what must be done to fix the problem? How do we ensure clean, safe, and reliable water for every citizen in DeKalb County? What steps must we take to avoid an even greater crisis than we now face later. Believe me, no new administration wants to come in and announce a rate increase. But after analyzing the data, seeing the risk, and hearing directly from our technical experts and consultants who were on the ground, I believed wholeheartedly that if the people of DeKalb County truly understood the magnitude and the true condition of the water infrastructure, they would want to invest in a cleaner, safer future and a reliable water system. The proper course of action was not a matter of discretion. It was a matter of public health. So we moved forward with a bold vision and a necessary solution. A 10-year water and sewer rate increase at 10% annually that has become known across the state of Georgia and even on the federal level as the 10 by 10. And I'm proud to stand before you today and say that with the support of the Board of Commissioners, we passed it. I want to be clear as an elected official that oftentimes we are faced with difficult decisions. But I want to say that to everyone that is present today, it is one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life to move forward with what was needed. And that is a reason to applaud. With that investment, we are now moving forward with the largest infrastructure investment in DeKalb County history, a $4.27 billion amount that is dedicated to rebuilding and modernizing our sewer and water infrastructure. This investment will create over 6,000 jobs in DeKalb, and it will ensure compliance with our federal consent decree. And recently, DeKalb County received more than $4 million as a part of the 2024 TIP solicitation process. And this money was received through the Atlanta Regional Commission for the Claremont Road intersection improvements. At this time, I would like to ask Director and CEO of the Atlanta Regional Commission, Anna Roach, to please stand if she is present. I know that we do have individuals who are members of the Atlanta Regional Commission, and I'd just like to say to you that I'm grateful for the leadership and the stewardship and to be a part of the Atlanta Regional Commission. To Director and CEO Anna Roach, your leadership, your resolve, and your commitment to the region is unmatched. According to Peter Drucker, only 3 things happen naturally in organizations: friction, confusion, and underperformance. Everything else requires leadership. To ensure responsible government, a countywide organizational assessment was funded in my inaugural budget. This assessment will be a critical tool for understanding our strengths and identifying areas where we need stronger governance, as well as improved processes and a better allocation of the resources that we have. Transparency is the cornerstone of good government. And that's why we've made it a priority to be open, to be honest, and to simply be upfront with our constituents. Sharing timely updates with the community to ensure residents across DeKalb County are informed. Under the leadership of our new Chief Communications Officer, Deanna Smith, we are taking a conglomerate approach to our communications across DeKalb. In our first 100 days, we disseminated more than 153 press releases, covering everything from infrastructure investments to public safety initiatives, and we launched a weekly newsletter that increased our reach in DeKalb County by more than 100,000 residents. And if that's not enough, we've also rolled out a text-by-phone communication to ensure that we are communicating with DeKalb County residents in real time. We've had 3 formal press conferences, 6 town halls, and are completely reimagining how we communicate across across DeKalb County. With a full county website overhaul underway and enhanced digital and social media strategies in development. With more than 200 national awards for broadcasting excellence, the Emmy Award-winning DCTV, Channel 23, promotes transparency and education through programming. You can join us any day on DC23 to learn more about DeKalb County. DCTV's work will connect DeKalb residents to their government in unprecedented ways and highlight the people, services, as well as opportunities that make DeKalb County great. You know, I was often told, it doesn't matter what you've done if no one knows. In DeKalb County, we want to ensure that every resident understands the goods, the services, and the actions that we take, because we want DeKalb County residents to simply be informed. So together, we are building a more connected and transparent government, and we're being responsible stewards with taxpayer dollars, as well as innovative in our approach. As a part of my executive order freezing all new spending and hiring, I also ask that every department submit to me cost-saving measures and revenue-generating strategies. And then I listened. Our new PDK Airport Director, Hunter Hines, presented a proposal to me to collect transient landing fees, a measure that will generate $2 million annually in revenue by charging non-resident aircrafts who land at PDK at our county airport. This fee simply makes good sense. And Hunter, I want to thank you for your leadership, because in DeKalb County, we will not leave money on the table that is due to the residents and the taxpayers of DeKalb. As we move forward, those who use our airport will share in our capital improvements. As a part of my governmental efficiency initiatives, we are proud to have our first Chief Intergovernmental Affairs Liaison, Ms. Martha Ravello. I want to thank Mayor Garman for the kind words. This action was taken because it's simply necessary. It's long overdue that there is a dedicated individual who works with our cities on behalf of DeKalb County. Martha works directly with all 12 mayors to ensure optimal outcomes and stronger collaborations. And within our first 60 days, we immediately began transferring information that was readily available that simply had not been previously shared. We are reimagining what good government looks like, and we're creating a high quality of life, and we're ensuring that everyone in our community has the ability to live with dignity. And in the months ahead, we will be announcing a comprehensive and groundbreaking sustainable framework for better coordinated services for our unhoused, strategies that will help us reduce homelessness and improve access to wraparound services that often lead to permanent solutions for those who are in need. Creating a high quality of life is not one initiative. It is the sum total of them all. And that's why public safety, economic development, infrastructure, housing, and beautification all converge right here. We're working closely with DeKalb County schools to ensure that our children thrive and excel. We're tackling youth violence head on through investments in programming that help foster social and civic responsibility, as well as conflict resolution. And I'm proud to say that we are continuing the tradition of providing 350 internships for our students in DeKalb County schools, right here in DeKalb County, so that we can ensure that no child is left behind and that every child has a meaningful opportunity during the summer. And that is a reason to applaud. Thank thank you, commissioners, for that continued support. We have also renewed our commitment to sustainability. And at this time, I will just honestly acknowledge Commissioner Ted Terry, because Commissioner Terry, and the one thing about our board is we all have areas in which we're passionate. And he shows up consistently to make sure that we are honorable. So we are encouraging composting and moving DeKalb County towards solar initiatives that will have a lasting environmental outcome for us. Because how we care for our community today will determine the health of our neighborhoods tomorrow. DeKalb is blessed to have some of the most beautiful green space in the entire region, with more than 145 miles of trails, including the Peachtree Creek Greenway, Arabia Mountain Path, and also our South River Trail. Residents can walk, bike, and connect just by walking outside their own backyards in many instances. When people ask me, what kind of community are we building? I say this: a place where people are proud to live. The road ahead for DeKalb is not just a destination, it is a vision. A bold, inclusive, and forward-looking vision that we are committed to realizing as a county and as a board of commissioners. We must realize it together. And I want to be very clear, the road ahead is not easy. There is much work to be done. But together, we will walk it with purpose, guided by a shared belief that DeKalb County can be a national model of excellence, of equity, as well as transformation. We are not waiting for the future. The future has already arrived, and we are in the process of building it. So let me be clear. We are not afraid of the challenge because we have already accepted the mission to make DeKalb safer, to make DeKalb smarter, to make DeKalb stronger, to make DeKalb the best place to live, work, play, and worship. We've seen what's possible when our values are aligned, our communities are engaged, and our leaders are united and committed. Our work is more than just a few months of progress. It is a declaration of who we are becoming. We are committed to being a government that leads with integrity, who delivers with urgency, and who governs with compassion. We are embracing the complexity of our challenges because we believe in the brilliance of the people that live within DeKalb County and those who are committed to working alongside us to see us reach our true potential. DeKalb County is not just reimagined. I want to be clear, it is awakened. From our small businesses to our schools, from our green spaces to our government halls, there is a sense of pride growing in every corridor of DeKalb County. You can feel it and you can believe it. So here's my charge to all of you that have gathered here today. We must all keep dreaming boldly. We must keep challenging ourselves to do better. We must keep showing up. We must keep speaking up. And we must keep lifting up our neighbors. Because while the administration has accepted the mission, I want to be clear, we cannot do this alone. This is our mission collectively. The mission is now. The mission is possible. The mission is DeKalb County Reimagined. I want to thank you, and may God bless each of you, and may God bless DeKalb County, Georgia.